Hello people, you're watching Arduino for Beginners, light switch and debounce. Today we will also play with LEDs and buttons. This time we will use a button to turn on a LED, and then we will press the button again to turn it off. We will also see problems with buttons and how to solve them. This time, instead of turning on a LED when we press the button and back off when we release the button, we will turn a LED on when we press the button and off when we press the button again, more like a light switch. To make that, we will store the LED state in a variable and initialize the variable to low because the LED is off at the beginning. And to change the state of the LED, we will use a button. When the button is high, we change the state of the LED, and we have to know the previous state of LED to change it. If the previous state of the LED is low, we turn it on, and if the previous state of the LED is not low, is high, the LED is on, we turn the LED off. I explained this expression in the last video, in the turn on and off a LED 2. But there are two problems with buttons. I'm going to explain. In the time you press the button, although the time you press the button is short, Arduino reaches many heights. For example, you haven't pressed the button, you haven't pressed the button, you haven't pressed the button is released, but then you press the button, and in the time you press the button, half a second or even shorter, Arduino can reach many heights. So the LED state is changed many times, and this makes that you get a state of the LED that you don't want. To avoid that situation, we will tell Arduino that not just that we have pressed the button, the current button state is high. Current button state it equals to digital red button P. Not just that current button state is high, but also that the current button state is different from the old button state. So if it is high and different from the last, low, then change the LED state. But if it is high and the last one is also high, don't change it. And if it is low, don't change it, because. And then digital write, LED pin, LED state. So we have solved the first problem, but we have another problem. You can find that problem in the book. I'm going to explain in a quick way. The second problem is that when you press the button, until Arduino reaches height, you have a little gap when there are fluctuations. So Arduino reads height, low, and then height, and then height, and then another time low. So you have low when you haven't pressed the button, then when you press the button you have a height, then you have some fluctuations, height, low, then height, and when you release the button you have again low. And in this period of time where there are fluctuations, you may have an error. So to avoid that, we will delay 50 milliseconds. So before Arduino starts another reading, there is a delay, so there are not fluctuations. And since the old button state is actually also a digital read of the button, we have to match the old button state with the current button state. You can find all of this and more in the book. So if you haven't understood anything, look in the book. Now I'm going to show you with the Arduino and the proto board. Here I have the button and the LED, and you will see that when I press the button, the LED will turn on and keep on. And when I press the button again, the LED will turn off and keep off. You see? More like a light switch. Thank you. This is all.